Hey everybody, welcome out to the EQN Sports Desk, all driven by Holiday Auto Group. We are here at the Hackamore Classic with Patty Tiberg, the new Executive Director of the National Reined Cow Horse Association. First of all, you and I have been friends a long time.
Yes, sir. Go way back.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It's
Very
awesome.
excited.
It's awesome. We were laughing off camera about how it's an instant success that only took about 30 years in the industry, Patty.
Amen.
So talk to me, but before we get into cow horse and where we're at right now, I think it's very important to tell your story. You have been a critical part of this industry. When I got into the industry when I was young, I met you through the publication business.
Yes, sir.
Let's tell your story real quick to everybody that may not know your past.
Awesome. Well, and you may not even know this. I actually grew up on Long Island in New York.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so showing AQHA all around as a child, but I couldn't wait to get out of New York. Moved to Texas to go to Texas A&M, fell in love with Texas and couldn't get here fast enough. So a couple jobs, other places, and then got to Texas. It's been 27 years ago now, I guess. Spent the majority of my career at Morris Media, Morris Communications, working for Billy Morris and his family, working for Quarter Horse News and Barrel Horse News to start with, and then Western Horseman. And then we launched into the events, with the National Barrel Horse Association, Road to the Horse. I worked with the group on all of that. I spent 20 years of my career there, and attended my first snaffle bit fraternity working for Quarter Horse News, and I think it was 2000 or 2001, and fell in love with the performance horse industry through that. And then I spent 3.5 years with the American Quarter Horse Association. I worked on sponsorships and marketing and some other things there. Really enjoyed that. And then 2.5 years ago, started with NRCHA doing the incentive program and then sponsorships. And now the executive director role. So yeah, it's been quite a journey, and
That's so awesome.
Thrilled to be where I am today. So
This industry is a fun place to grow, isn't it?
it sure is. It really is. We've got the culture, the people,
Yeah.
I kind of thread rodeo and performance horse,
Yeah.
particularly cow horse, kind of together as really similar industries and great places to work, a great culture.
So when you got out of college and did you go to school for media? Like what was your?
No, I actually had an animal science degree.
You for some reason
Yes.
I knew you were going to say that. Like
Yes.
if you'd asked me what yours deal, that's what. So
Yes.
what was the plan? Did we want to be a vet or what?
I
were we
wanted to
thinking?
actually teach.
You
I
did,
planned to
okay.
go and get my master's and my PhD. And but then once I had gotten through the 4 years, I did horse judging. I rode on the IHSA team for Texas A&M and just found that networking was something I loved to do. And actually the Intercollegiate Horse Show Association is how I got my first job.
Oh, really?
I met a company that's no longer in existence, Miller's Harness Company. They were a big sponsor of that.
Okay.
I rode Western. That was all English, but somehow I befriended the folks from Miller's Harness Company during the couple years that I showed at Nationals. And then they hired me to work a big quarter horse event for them because they needed somebody and they had a conflict, and they said, can you come work our booth at this show in Texas? I said, heck yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
And they hired me right out of college after that, and and I learned really quickly that it's not always what you know, it's a lot of times who you know. And
Yeah.
so networking and sales and marketing kind of became more my path because of that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So no, that's I've never taken a marketing class. Not one in school.
Me
or
neither.
And it's funny how
Callie can attest to that. Standing over there.
Thank goodness we
Yeah.
got great
Thank
people
God
like
we
Callie.
got great people with marketing
Yeah.
skills, yes, because I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and typically what works, but I might not know how to put
Yeah.
it together always.
So then you got in with Morris. That's how I got to know you, is with
Yes.
Western Horseman.
Yes.
So how did that all come about?
Also a similar situation. I was actually on a plane flying to Equine Fair in Ohio. Was sitting next to a gentleman by the name of Carl Mullins. You probably remember Carl.
Yeah, absolutely, I do.
We were both in street clothes. We're not dressed in our Western attire. And I normally don't like to fly. I normally sleep on the plane. And I kept trying to sleep, and he kept trying to talk. And finally, I gave in, and we ended up having a conversation. Figured out we were going to the same place. Knew a lot of the same people. Ended up having dinner either that night or the next night with some other friends, mutual friends we had. And at the time, I was doing the Horse Industry Alliance program that had kind of been dissolving, and that was all wrapping up. And next thing, he asked me to come to the office when we got back to Texas, and he hired me right after that.
Really?
Yeah. So
sitting on a plane.
Sitting on a plane with a stranger sitting next to me, and ended up working for him for nearly a decade before he left. And then I kind of moved into the role of running that group for nearly 10 years. So, yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yes.
Well, your passion for this industry, I mean that's what drives us to stay in here, correct? Like that's
It
the
does.
bottom line. The passion for this industry is why we're here. That's why you're sitting here. That's why I'm sitting here. There's nowhere else that we can go and have the passion and then an opportunity to give back.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, I think it's very, very cool. Well,
Yes.
once again, congratulations
Thank
to you.
you.
And now let's go ahead and come. Here we are. We're sitting in Tulsa. Let's talk about Cow Horse. You guys have a lot of cool stuff going on right now.
We do. We're having a great show here. This show year, we've been up on all of our events. Our membership is just soaring. The growth that we've experienced in membership over the last decade is incredible, particularly the last 5 years. And we continue to see that. The launch of the incentive program has just been, it's skyrocketed the association. And we were already on an amazing trajectory when we launched that. I don't think anybody had the vision for just how successful that would be. Paid out over $1.5 million at our Stallion Stakes this spring, which is nearly 3 times what we paid out. I guess it is close to 3 times what we paid out in 2024. So just in 2 years to have that kind of growth is incredible. We're nearing 6,000 offspring nominated, and we have close to 360 stallions who have subscribed at one time or another in the program since it launched. So that's just been incredible. I've really enjoyed being a part of that from the ground up. We've got some amazing sponsors, just incredible support from whether it's the members, the breeders, stallion owners, and then to the companies that just are really passionate about this industry. We have so many great partners, and this event we have Mars Equestrian and all of their brands that they're the title sponsor here, and they just do so much for the cow horse industry. We really appreciate Linda Mars and her team at Mars Equestrian for what they do. So yeah, we're pretty blessed. I feel truly blessed. We have just such a great community of members. The competition, there's other, I'd put it up against rodeo. I kind of feel that way any day that it is the best sport on dirt, to watch. It's super entertaining, and that's a really great thing to have, is not only to have incredible athletes, equine and our cowboys and cowgirls, but the fact that people want to come and sit and watch our sport is just incredible.
So the cow horse kind of has that it factor. You and I have been fortunate to be around all aspects of the industry, from the media side of it, covering everything. It's still to this day, and personally, I've just kind of been involved these last few years, and this has the it factor, and the positivity around this group is something that. I ran with the Cutters for a long time, and love still some of my best friends ride cutting horse. Not taking anything away from any other great associations, but this association, just there's something about it, isn't there? Like truly,
there really is. There really is. And it's so fun to talk to people. Everybody tries to put their finger on what is that, what gives it that it factor. I think bottom line, it's the cow. The cow's kind of the separator here, and with the multiple, we have our spectaculars. Where you do the 4 sports. We have several world's greatest horsemen. Competition where they really have to excel at numerous different disciplines, and it creates a really level playing field. Which is pretty incredible. And I think the level of horsemanship is so high, and everybody, whether you compete in it, if you're an owner, if you come watch it, you can really appreciate that. And that I think leads a lot to our culture, because I love seeing everybody support each other. Everybody, even if they had a bad run, they'll come out, you'll see them patting their horse just because they know how hard that horse had to work for them. I mean, it's such an amazing pairing of athlete and horse, or rider and horse. It's you don't see that in very many sports, in my opinion.
And the one thing that all of the trainers that come up here, and everybody from the non-pros, the trainers, an amateur rider, somebody that's just starting off in this deal, the humility you have to have for the 3 different disciplines on that same horse.
So true. Yeah.
It's very humbling, and that's what all the guys have said, is like that's that thing, is about the time you get a little cocky, it ain't going to last very long.
Yeah, it'll set you back on your heels. It's kind of neat because my daughter, I rode mostly Western. I did a little English in EQHA, but I never jumped or anything. And my daughter ended up going down the path of doing the eventing, the 3-day
really?
eventing, which is very similar. When people would ask on the Western side, what's it like? I'm like, well, it's like cow horse. And then when I talk to people on the English side about what I do, and if I talk about cow horse, I say it's like eventing, but Western, you know, and it taught her a lot of that. And it was fun seeing her grow up. I think she started when she was maybe 10 years old or something, really getting into it and seeing how it shaped her. And now she wants to try her hand at this. So,
she does.
Oh,
she's
yes.
going to be hooked.
She's an adrenaline junkie, unlike her mama. So she definitely wants to do this someday. So, yeah, it'll definitely teach you humility and how to be an amazing horseman and a partner to your horse.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Well, we've got a piece of paper in front of us.
Yeah, exciting
This
stuff.
is exciting. Hey, this is exciting.
It is.
Speaking of
I'm really
rodeo,
excited
speaking
this.
about threading that needle with rodeo and cow horse, Big Guns in Cowtown.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
Very well. Yes.
There's a list of pretty prominent people right here.
Very much so.
Let's talk about the event.
So Big Guns in Cowtown will be an event that our foundation, the NRCHA Foundation, is putting on in conjunction with our Snaffle Bit Fraternity this fall. The event will be held at Cowtown Coliseum down in the Stockyards. We're really excited to be partnering with them and doing an event there. It's something I think our association's been talking about for a couple of years. They've wanted to have cow horse in there. So we're going to be featuring cow horse in a really cool place with a lot of people. We're hoping to be a packed house. The event is going to be on Wednesday, October 21st. So that's the Wednesday, the final week of our Snaffle Bit Fraternity when we're there in Fort Worth. And we're going to be pairing a rodeo athlete, a lot of current day athletes, a lot of legends with a cow horse trainer. And they're going to be riding a bridle horse and they're going to be doing a down the fence challenge. So it's going to be an incredible show. We've got lots of other entertainment and surprises and things coming that we've been little by little kind of putting it out on our social media, particularly on our foundation. So if you want to follow to see which athletes and who they're going to be paired up with as cow horse trainers and then who they're sponsored by, be sure to follow our foundation page for that. And you can also find the information on our website for all that. But yeah, let's talk about some of the amazing competitors we've got.
The first guy on the list is Tough Cooper. You know, and so somehow the tie-down ropers got on top here. So you've got Tough Cooper and Shad Mayfield are the number 1 and 2 guys on the list right here. And I'm going to go ahead and breeze down. We said maybe not talk about all of, and I don't think this is the full list, but this is a big list. So
these are confirmed.
These
we've got
these
several
are confirmed.
others we're speaking to.
Okay.
Yes.
So Tough Cooper, Shad Mayfield, J.R. Vizane. I love this one. Lindsay Rosser Sumter. Love that. Sarah Angeloni. Another phenomenal one. Haley Kinzel. Come on.
Super excited.
Yeah. Sage Newman, Haley Williams, Jacob Lees, Peyton Bray, Joseph Harrison. I would love to see
When
Joseph.
Peyton signed up, I texted Billy Bray and I said, I didn't think he'd do this. And she's like, well, when Nick calls and asks, you're going to do it. So
that's
really excited to have him participating.
Yeah, I bet B was like, you're doing it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's how that went down.
Super excited.
Joseph Harrison. I'm excited about that. See him go down the fence. Ben Anderson and Tucker Allen. Love that. Jackie Crawford. Come on. This is so good. Clayton Sellers, Wyatt Casper, Big Clayton Haas. Yeah. That's a list. That is a list.
It is, for sure. It's quite a list.
So that's when you set this down in front of me here a minute ago, I was like, I didn't, because I've been following it a little bit and watching, but I didn't realize like that is stout.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. It's going to be worth watching. You said we hope to sell out down there. Look, Northside's going to be packed. It's going to be packed.
It's a good time of year to be down there too. It's good weather, and like I said, we have some other surprises coming and some other, some additional entertainment that'll make it even more spectacular. But what was really cool is the more we added competitors, these rodeo, the more they started talking amongst each other, and at different events, it would become the buzz they were. And somebody else would call and say, "Hey, wait, how do I get in on this?"
That's awesome.
Or I'd have a sponsor call and say, "Hey, I've got this endorsed rider. How does he or she get to be a part of this?" And so that was really exciting to have it spread like that, and just we always get a lot of rodeo athletes, and obviously we've had the roping there in Fort Worth for several years, and so a lot of the ropers attend the Snaffle Bit, but we've had more and more from other disciplines come out and take it all in, and just the opportunity for them to sling a leg over some of these amazing bridle horses that we have, they're jumping at it.
It's a testament to the cow horse that they want to do it.
Yes.
Because that means they've seen it, and they get to scratch an itch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like they're like, hey, we may be roading, but we've seen this cow horse deal, and it looks tough. Everybody that has ever watched a horse go down the fence is like, ooh, I really want to try that.
Yeah.
So
For
very,
sure.
very cool. There's money on top of it.
Yes, for sure. So yeah, we have 70,000 total that we're going to be paying out, and 30,000 of that is payout to the athletes. But then the cool thing is that 40,000 of it is going to be going to portion to NRCHA Foundation, but also we're going to be supporting a charity of choice for each of the rodeo athletes competing. So they get to pick a charity. So this is going to benefit not just NRCHA's foundation, but multiple organizations throughout the industry. So we are really excited to be a part of that and maybe start to build relationships with some of these other charities that are working for good causes throughout this industry.
Very cool. Where did this like kind of going backwards in this conversation? Where did this come from? Like, what is it? Was it just to spread the good word of cow horse, or what?
I think that's a part of it. Our foundation committee, I believe Chelsea Edsel was a big part of the brain trust behind this. I kind of came in a little later, so I'm not sure all of the specifics to that, but they've talked about it for about 2 years. Last year, obviously, with the facility renovation, it just wasn't something that we could do in 2025. So, and then this year when we found out that Cowtown Coliseum was wanting to work with us and had availability that week, it was just a no-brainer to move forward and make that happen. And logistically it works really well for us because we don't have to use the facilities and interrupt any of what's going on at Will Rogers during the competition. So
and it'll be fun to have some guys and gals duck off down there too.
Yes.
That'll be a fun deal.
Yeah,
that'll kind of make it fun for everybody.
Yes.
It gets to be a long show there, and Snafflebit is so much fun. But to be able to duck off to like a performance, it'll be pretty dang cool.
It will. We're going to be hosting a lot of our top level sponsors during the event, and then obviously a lot of them have gotten involved and been buying box seats, and there's just been a real energy and excitement. And I know you can buy tickets online right now, and you can look at NRCHA's website for tickets, and we'll continue releasing tickets. We've held some back, obviously, for sponsorships and things like that. If you're interested in sponsoring, definitely reach out to me or Kimmy Tolliver at NRCHA. Carly Barrick is helping us with this event as well. She'll be producing it. She used to do a lot of reining events, and she's been phenomenal working for our foundation on this, and has been directly working with the athletes and everything. So reach out to one of us if you're interested in buying a package of tickets, maybe entertaining there, bringing a group of people, or sponsoring.
I would not wait, because I would not wait.
With this list,
it's gonna if every one of these people just have a couple of their followers, it's gonna be a packed house. It is gonna sell out. 100% chance it's gonna sell out. So go ahead and get.
Are you going to be there?
If you save me a ticket.
I think we can make arrangements.
Okay,
for that.
we make arrangements.
Yes,
I can sit outside and listen. I'll set the sports desk up outside, just in the front there, and hopefully maybe we can interview a winner or something,
really
something
cool.
like that. Yeah.
I think that
Well, congratulations
Thank
on this.
you.
Is going to be a great event, and once again to you and the entire team at the NRCHA, you're doing big things. It's so fun. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of it too.
Thank you.
It has been fun. This partnership the last couple of years has been really, really fun. So
Well, we appreciate it,
Yeah.
and I know I hear nothing but positive feedback about Sports Desk too. So we're excited to have it part of our media mix for sure.
Well, you've got a great team, and we really love it. Personally, love the heck out of it. I've made a lot of good friends out of here, and this is definitely the place to be. If anybody out there wants to try the cow horse deal, now is the time to do it.
Yeah.
It is a very, very cool world. And once again, I want to wrap it up. I've already told you 3 or 4 times. Congratulations to you, and thank you for your service for the last few decades in this industry. You've done a great job.
You too.
Oh, shoot. I'm just...
Goes both ways there.
Well, we're lucky, aren't we, Patty?
We're
That we
very
get
lucky.
to do. Who else
Yes.
is going to take us? We got to stay in this cow horse deal, right? We've got to stay in the horse world.
Yes, gotta stay in the horse world.
That's it. Well,
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, guys and gals, this has truly been fun. This has just been kind of a catch-up session between a couple friends here, and she's doing a great job as our new executive director here at the National Reined Cow Horse Association. We're having so much fun, and I tell you what, folks, we've got, what are we at, just like day 3 here of the Hackamore? Day 4?
Day 2.
Day 2.
Day 2.
Day 2. So we've got a lot of Hackamore Classic left.
We do, yes. Come out if you're out in this Tulsa area, not too far. Come in on Saturday for our finals.
All right. Be here on Saturday. So it's going to be, I'll be here for a few days talking to the winners, talking to more of our sponsors, and then Amy Wilson will wrap it up. That's kind of how we've been doing these last few shows. We bring in Amy to do the heavy lifting at the end of the shows. And but folks, make sure you stick around. You can catch all of the stuff. Follow all of the social medias. Follow the live stream with NRCHA. And, of course, you can go back to EQN Sports as well. On behalf of Patty, I'm Dru Stew. We will catch you for more interviews here at the Hackamore Classic in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We'll talk to you in a little bit.